All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need an invitation. I'm about to start a celebration.
Well, hello again, ladies.
Hello.
Here we are.
Hi.
Hello.
We have to stop meeting like this.
No,
we
we're
don't.
not going to stop meeting like this.
No, we do not.
We are here for more addicting conversations. Thank you all, our viewers, our listeners. Thank you for following along on this little journey that we've been on. We are loving the comments. We're loving the feedback that we're getting. So please keep it coming. Like we said, we are having a blast, and we're just going to keep this rolling.
It's super reassuring to know that weird stuff isn't just happening to us. I don't know if you guys noticed a few on the episode where no, it wasn't even an episode. I made a post a couple weeks ago about Taco Tuesday, and I said, put pickles on it. One of my high school friends, her family did it too, and they thought they were the only ones that did it. So clearly, we need to share more so that we don't feel like we're all alone in putting pickles on our tacos.
Yes. So, Amy, when you posted that, I had never known that about you and how you
didn't know that?
No.
Always. I do it to this day. I make a taco salad. I chop up dill pickles, put it right on.
Wow.
So good.
Wow.
Yes, I don't remember ever having that at your house. I remember beanie weenies.
Well, you taught me how to make beanie weenies.
Yeah, well, that was about one of the only hot things I knew how to make at the age of 12.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good old can of beanie weenie.
Beanie weenies.
But you must have made them from scratch.
Oh, yes.
We opened up the can of pork and beans.
No, but I'd have drained it. There wasn't an actual recipe, but I would have drained the yucky stuff off the beans and put ketchup and good stuff on them.
Yeah.
Oh, I just bought the pork and beans, like chili, whatever.
Chili beans?
Didn't drain anything out of it. Threw it in with the world's worst hot dogs, I'm sure, because one, I was a bratty kid and we wouldn't have eaten hot dogs that had like the good natural skin on it. We wanted the ones that were like, ugh, gross.
Well, that's an interesting way to start tonight.
I didn't think we were going to go there.
Look how far we've come.
I know, right?
Now we sit here all gussied up with our cocktails and our wine. Yes, if you're wondering why we are a little gussied up, for those of you who are watching us on YouTube, we're kind of fancy tonight because we are just a couple of weeks from Christmas. So we thought, let's spruce up a little bit tonight. And we're going to talk a little bit about some things around the holiday. We're going to talk about traditions. We're going to talk about stress, all of the things that come with these holidays. And always when we get together for these conversations, we love sharing stories of our memories and experiences that we had. And I am guessing that we'll probably uncover something here that one or two of the three of us have never heard from each other.
Yes.
Right? I'm guessing. Pickles is the first one.
Yeah. Oh, and I am surprised how I've known you guys for so long. And so we've been so close that I'm still surprised every episode. There has been something new that's popped up. And I'm going like, what? How did I not know that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. I know. Yeah. So there are a lot of different topics that we could talk about here tonight. And, because our podcast is called 3 Cocktails In, and our cocktails are always somewhat of a feature here. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
What are those go-to, in addition to what you might be sipping on tonight, what are those go-to holiday cocktails that are tradition for you, or things that you would recommend this year as you are getting ready to celebrate?
Stace?
Can I go first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having a wine cocktail this evening.
Oh.
Yes, and a shout out to my RC girlfriends that we get together once a month. Our favorite, month is December when we have our Christmas party, and a lot of the time we have this, wine cocktail, and it is so pretty put in, like, either a big glass pitcher or the big glass, um, drink with the spigot, the pretty glass thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It is I don't know the exact recipe. I think it's, however you wanna make it, but it's white wine, so like a bottle of white wine, it's cranberry juice, it is, some bubbly, whether that be your, you know, Fresca like we like to drink or 7 Up or ginger ale or something like that, and then you put slices of orange in it and then, frozen cranberries, so that's what makes it good, and ice. So that's what
Oh, I
makes
bet that would be good.
yeah, it's yummy. Yep. So
Tasty.
that's what I have this evening with no garnish, but that's what I'm
Lovely.
having.
And it's pretty.
It is pretty.
Amy,
Yeah.
what's yours?
It's kind of odd that I don't have a go-to cocktail for holidays.
Mhm.
Tonight, I happen to be having vodka citron,
Mhm.
limoncello, and a little bit of a raspberry liqueur. And I threw in, I just had mandarin oranges, so I didn't have a real orange, so I couldn't get a real good citrus peel with that. But I did get the little itty bitty strings of the orange rind in here, and it's really, really good. But my thing to do at holidays is always use the fancy glassware. Always.
Mhm.
It just really makes everybody happy.
Yeah.
Um, I like to go to thrift stores and stuff. And I am always picking up little sets of wine glasses. And there was a stretch when the girls were in probably upper elementary school or middle school. I got on this really big healthy kick, as I do every 10 years or whatever. And they like to have ice cream. And I realized how much ice cream I was scooping into the bowl for them. And it was way too much. So I busted out my fancy little glasses and I put their ice cream scoops in there. And they thought it was just so wonderful that they didn't realize they were getting about half of the normal section. So I'm all in favor of fancy glassware,
Mhm.
Yes.
whatever it
Yeah.
is you're drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. If we're just, making dinner or something and we'll both be working in the kitchen, I'll say to Bill, could you make me a cocktail? And because all I want is a Diet Coke, but he gets out, a fun cocktail glass, ice, the Diet Coke, pop some olives in there. And
Olives in your Diet Coke?
yes, green olives.
No.
Yes. Amy, you eat green olives in your Diet Coke.
No, in my beer, not in my Diet Coke.
Not a Diet Coke.
And actually, I have started ordering actual martinis, which is kind of new for me because I'm usually the sweeter girl, but I'm doing the martinis and I love looking at them and they go, "Oh, would you like an olive or a lime?" I'm like, "Yes, I want both." And they kind of
Yeah.
go, "Okay." I'm like, "Just make sure the olives are on the skewer because I'm just going to eat them."
Yeah. God, I love the idea of a martini. And then, I'll order one, I'll take my first sip, and then I'll be like, well, I'm going to be drinking this thing all night because they are so damn strong that I am sipping. And then as it starts to go down, I'll put ice cubes in to try to water it down a little bit. I mean, again, I love the idea of them. It's a beautiful, sophisticated drink,
Yes.
but they are strong.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Do you guys remember that Cosmo that we had at
Oh,
Yeah.
Mason Margot in
Yes.
downtown Minneapolis?
Mhm.
Now, I do drink the martinis. I could not get that thing down. I
No, that
felt
was,
like I could light a match and
yeah,
blowtorch. I mean, it was so strong.
yeah, that
So
was,
strong.
I don't
that's
think
not
any
good.
of us finished it.
Mm-mm.
It
I
was
tried.
strong. I know, we tried. We gave
We
it
did
a
our best.
shot.
Yeah.
We did our best.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of things that I will drink around the holiday season that I really don't drink any other time of the year, and that is Bailey's
Mm.
and or not together, certainly eggnog.
Mhm.
And it's usually, so Bill and I will be at the grocery store and we'll see all the eggnogs and we'll look at each other and be like, oh, we should get some eggnog. So then we'll just get like the smallest carton of it. We'll crack it open. We'll each have, a little glass with that much in it. And then that's it. Then we're good. We're good for another year. So weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, yum.
those are traditions. Yeah, man, we need to, so what did we say? We're a couple weeks away. Have you guys decorated?
No. I'm having a hard time with it. I have to tell you. So Stacey was here with me last year because I had pretty major surgery. I had it ended up having a sternotomy, meaning that sternotomy, I don't know. They cut me open from here to here and opened my chest up. Last year was the very first year that I ever had an artificial Christmas tree. And that was only because I couldn't haul one up. Stacey had to do everything. She put my Christmas tree up. She decorated it. So my thought was, if I can't have the real Christmas tree, I got something completely different. I got a tinsel tree. I think it's white or silver. I don't remember. It wasn't pink, was it? It wasn't pink.
No, I think
no,
it's
because we
white.
put pink and aqua orange. We, as in Stacey, put pink and aqua ornaments on it. Mm-hmm. And it was so pretty and so cute. But burning a candle that smells like a Christmas tree while looking at a tinsel tree, it's like those wires in my head can't connect. So I'm still debating about whether I'm going to go get a real Christmas tree.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done some, but I haven't put up my Christmas trees yet.
Yeah.
I usually
How many do you put up?
Oh gosh, in the heyday when the kids had their own tree, probably 7.
Oh.
7 or 8. Because they each would have, the little 3-foot tree and put all their ornaments on their own. Now I don't go to that much work. I might have 2 or 3. Probably 2 or 3. Yeah, you never know.
Are they all thematic?
Yes. Within the tree, yes. Like we have an Iowa State tree, usually. Then a nice tree here in the living room. So like, I don't know how I'm going to podcast because it takes up a lot of space right here. But we'll see.
That'd be a pretty background.
Yes, it would. I might have to move my desk out of ways. And then what is the other one we do? Oh, then just a menagerie of one. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's red. So
I've realized that over the years, the amount of decorating that I do has been significantly reduced. And I know it's because I just feel like it's just so much work. And I've got, as we all, I'm sure do, we have so many decorations. And so I always want to put everything out. And then I'm like, Kitty, this doesn't have to look like the North Pole. This doesn't have to look like Santa's workshop. So now, I think probably in the last 5 years, really all I do is put the tree up, and we have an artificial tree, and we have for many years. We did the go cut your own down when Bo was little, and that was a really fun experience with him when he was little, but then we let that go. But so here's my tip on the Christmas tree. For those of you who are artificial Christmas tree people, we leave the lights on it, and then we just move it to a space in our house where we can tuck it, behind a door. Yeah. And then it's easier to get out next year. And those damn lights are already strung. Yes. Hopefully they all light.
Yes.
But
that's the problem. Well, I have a couple of trees, like the little ones where the lights that are on it don't work anymore. So I just string more on and keep going. Yeah, I do the same thing. I leave all my trees up, just put away in storage.
Yeah.
I started giving my ornaments and my decorations to the girls.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I always did every year were those little miniature homes, those little houses.
Yeah.
And it was really fun when the kids were little because one of Ava's favorite toys were the little pet shop toys. So she would always, the pet shops would be joining baby Jesus in the manger or, stuff like that. But in this condo where I live, I don't have the space for it. I did it the first Christmas here. I put everything out. And about December 20th, I'm like, I feel like I am living in a hoarder house. There is too much stuff in here. So last year I just put out like 4, but then when the girls were all here, because I happened to have them all here last year, I made them take them down and I gave them each, like, I think we each have 3 now. So they can have theirs and it's still be kind of our, it's still our deal, but in different locations.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And if they want to build on them, go right ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure those are really, really meaningful to them. I mean, it's true. So, as we grow up and we had, created families of our own, we carry on these traditions. Sometimes when we don't even realize it. Right. So like, I think about when it would be Thanksgiving or Christmas and family would get together, and we have a very small family. I mean, my dad has one sister, my mom has one brother, and that extended part of the family, we weren't always coming together for these holidays. So a lot of times it was my mom and dad, my sister and I, my grandparents when they were with us, but obviously everything focuses around food. We know that. That's just the way human beings are. But I realize now that the little appetizers that my mom would make, I still make them. I make them, for us here. My sister makes them, just a lot of the same foods. And these are just things that you do. You just carry these things forward because it's how you were raised, and they are obviously meaningful to you, that you want it to be part of the experience for your family. What are some of those things for you guys?
Christmas cookies, always. That was my grandmother, my grandma Flick. Great cook, great baker. My mom loved to make Christmas cookies, and that was always an activity with us when we were young. Then when she started having grandkids, we were guaranteed that we'd go to her house and she would have made all the cutout cookies and the kids were going to frost them. And I did the same thing. And then locally, Kevin had his brother had 3 kids, and their mother didn't particularly care to bake too much. And so I had them over and had them decorate the Christmas cookies. And the one thing my girls have always done is we use every single cookie cutter we have. Every single, doesn't matter. So there was a Christmas pig, there were Christmas bats, there were Christmas pumpkins, everything. I didn't care. And we made frosting that was blue, pink, green, yellow. And I let them go to town. They were some of the ugliest Christmas cookies I've ever seen. And the little kids and the sprinkles, there was always that one. And I'm like, you should take that home with you. But Madeline makes Christmas cookies. Georgia makes Christmas cookies. I don't know about Ava yet. She, because of her the line of work she's in, she's usually pretty busy come that time of year. But I know she likes to eat the Christmas cookies. Yeah. So Christmas cookies are the big thing. And I'm a little fired up this year. Gonna make some Christmas cookies for people.
Yay.
And then to give them. I love giving them.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Holidays are fun. There's always things like that. It's hard to remember everything. My mom's the one that makes all the Christmas cookies, and of course they're perfect. That's why I don't bother. I make something that's in a pan that you can cut in squares. right?
Those
That's
are good
good
too.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
So this is, go ahead.
I was going to say something because I'm divorced. I got to split holidays with Kevin.
Yeah. What are
And
you going to do this year?
pardon me?
What are you going to do this year?
This year's going to be really, really weird because Ava's not coming back till after Christmas. Madeline's not coming back at all because she's getting married and we're all going down there. So it's Georgia and I. So we'll have poor Georgia's going to have to, be merry and jolly for both sets of, Kevin and I. Who knows? The three of us might do something, but I had I always took on Kevin's family celebrated Christmas Eve, and they always had Swedish meatballs and these mashed potatoes. Grew up having. So, the year after Kevin's mother had passed away, I took on the making of the Swedish meatballs. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'm only going to have to do this just a couple more times, and then I can do what I want Christmas Eve. Nope. To this day, I still have Swedish meatballs because that's what the girls grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've not ever made Swedish meatballs, they're kind of a pain in the ass. They're
I
a
have
lot of
made
work.
them. I have made them. Mm-hmm.
You make them from scratch. It is work.
Mhm.
I am so fortunate that my new son-in-law to be loves to cook, loves to cook. And so whenever he's around, he's like, well, I'll do it for you, Amy. I'm like, well, thank you very much. Here you go. I'll mix the
Yes.
cocktails. So
That's
it's
good.
very interesting when you've got two families
Yeah.
involved and how
Yep.
you have to change what the traditions may have been, and then to find out from the kids what are the important traditions to them? What do
Mhm.
they want to hang on to?
Yeah.
What has meaning to
Right.
them? And what is the other stuff that they can let go of?
Right.
I have figured out my kids don't care about a decorated house.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Hmm.
They'll help me begrudgingly, but that's not, they all have a Christmas tree and put it up. But so it is interesting to look and see what sticks with the
Yeah.
adult kids.
Mm. Yeah.
Stacey, what about your kids? How do they handle them?
Oh goodness. Mallory doesn't decorate much because same thing. She doesn't like putting it up and she doesn't like taking it down. So she doesn't do a lot. Trent and Lisa, I think they decorate. They have Christmas trees. I think they put out
Mhm.
lights. This would be the first Christmas that Madison and her husband have a big enough place,
Sure.
to decorate. So it'll be interesting to see what she does.
Yeah.
If she decorates a lot, if she gets all of her decorations that are in my basement.
Oh, I gave all my
You
kiddos
know?
theirs. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah.
I bought you a case for them.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how
Yeah.
that goes.
So do you guys get stressed out around this time of year?
No, I do not.
Yeah. I don't either. I like it because I honestly function and get a lot more things done and get more organized when I know I have a deadline and things. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So, like, you have to do this then and this then and this then. So, I like the build up to the holidays,
Yeah.
honestly. So, I wouldn't say no, I don't get stressed before the holidays.
Do you, Kitty?
So,
I don't think. I know. I do. And I believe it is because I set unrealistic expectations. I paint this
Yeah.
picture in my head of everything being perfect, and it falls short. And oftentimes it's because I haven't planned out, I haven't given myself enough time to do these things that I want to do. I want to have a fun day of being able to go and shop leisurely. I don't want to be racing around getting those last gifts, and it happens every single year. We always say, "Oh, let's go see it. Let's go see the Christmas Carol, or let's get tickets to whatever." And then, time passes and we end up not doing it. And so it's things like that. And that ends up then it shows up as stress, because I sit there and I feel like, well, we didn't get to do all the things that I wanted to do, or this isn't exactly how I wanted it to be. And I can't, it's the only, I can't think of any other part of my life or any other time of the year that I experience this except Christmas. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I think I think that in the last few, maybe once the girls got to high school, I have taken the approach that this is not my Christmas to give you. This is our Christmas, and it's going to take all of us. So while like Stacey likes to do it all, I don't. I've just flat out said, okay, I'm making this and that. What do you want to make? You choose. And all three girls are responsible, and you're responsible for making something. One of you, somebody always had to go with me to get the Christmas tree. I expected that they were going to help decorate the tree, and they all put up their own ornaments. I just decided that it's not worth me hating every minute of what should be a really nice family time. So my expectation isn't about it being perfect. My expectation is that if it's important to them, they'll do it.
Yeah.
And that has made it so much easier, especially when it comes to food. Same thing with Thanksgiving. You know what? I don't want to make deviled eggs. You want them, you eat them, you love them, you bring them. That's how that works.
That was gonna be my, shot of the night, because I think if you're the one that hosts a holiday get-together, right? I think you should be the one that makes the menu. You cook what you wanna cook if you're gonna do most of it. Yes, when we, um, have our family get-togethers, mom makes stuff, my sister-in-law makes things, my daughter-in-law will make something. They can make what they want, but I know I used to ask everybody what they want, like, "What do you want this year? You want blah blah blah." And they would come up with 52 different things, that no. So I don't ask that anymore. I just say, "Here's what I'm going to make. What do you want to bring?"
Yeah. See, I never got to choose. It was Swedish meatballs and mashed potatoes and green beans and rolls. And more often than not, I forgot the rolls, which made all of them very unhappy. We love our bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I do tend to wait to the very last minute to wrap presents. And that night can make me a little salty.
Yes, I hate that. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Last minute wrapping. I am that way about wrapping any present, I realized.
Yeah.
Birthday presents. I'm wrapping an hour before I've got to go to the birthday party.
Yeah.
I will have the presents sitting in my house for 3 weeks.
Yeah. But you really wrap lovely. I'm a lazy wrapper. They'll go in gift
I like
bags.
bags and
Or,
tissue paper.
Yeah, right? But no, Amy actually wraps them and puts pretty bows, and, they look
No, I
lovely.
just do that for you guys. I don't do them for the family.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, good to
Well,
know. Thank you.
and our friend Lori is the epitome of beautiful gift giving.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll have guest appearance here with others from the Broad Squad one of these days.
Me too.
So this brings up the topic of what?
Were you going to go to the topic of gifting?
Yes. Let's talk about gifting.
Let's.
So first of all, I just want to make a statement. Gifting has become very difficult.
Yes.
And it kind of makes me twitchy that it's difficult. Gifting should not be stressful, right? You so I don't know that the three of us have ever talked about this. What is your position on making a list of things that you want for Christmas?
I have very strong opinions on this. I'm
Okay,
sure you
I
guys
do
are not
too.
surprised by the fact that I have a strong opinion on
No,
something.
no.
No.
I think that you can make whatever list you want that you think you want to give me. Fine. Do
Wait,
I feel
what?
obligated to get you anything on that list? Nope. I believe that
Right.
Christmas and I get that this is kind of warped because it does make it a little bit more about me than about you. But I think that Christmas is not the time to get the stuff you need. Unless of course it's a bigger thing. Okay. But I'm not gonna go buy you a belt because you want a belt. No, absolutely not. I think that Christmas is the time to give things you want people to have that
Mhm,
are that they wouldn't go buy for themselves, that are special.
mhm.
Special doesn't mean expensive in my book. We
Yeah.
don't give expensive gifts, never have. Um, but that was something very new to me when I got married. My mother-in-law wanted a list of things, and you could count on her getting you whatever was on your list. And while I appreciated that, because then she knew she was not
Mhm,
misstepping,
mhm.
Right.
but I also feel like that's kind of then you don't have to think about it. You're not really thinking about the gift giving
Yeah.
process. You're not, I, I
Yep.
don't know.
Yeah.
Stacey?
I would say I've gotten my best gifts from all of you, when we have our, Christmas
Mhm,
party. Those are always the best gifts because that's exactly right. None of you know, we don't tell each other what we want. We just get really cool, you know, things from each other. Um, I gave up getting my kids actual gifts quite a while ago. So honestly, it's terrible, but they get money and then we fill stockings with a whole bunch of stuff. That's what they get. Because I'll tell you what, my bratty kids, I would get them things and then they would, not wear them, not use them, put them on a garage sale,
mhm.
sell them to someone else. I mean, that's how it would be. And I agree it was probably, just like you said, things I wanted them to have or thought they would want. And, so I gave up. So,
Yeah. Where do
Yeah.
you come down on the whole thing, Kitty?
I don't I don't believe in lists. I
Love it.
agree. Yeah, I agree with you, Amy. It's and I've often asked myself the question, when did this happen? When did we all of a sudden start making lists to give to each other? Is it because I give you shitty gifts that now you're like, well, I'm gonna give you a list because I don't like what you've gotten for me before. I don't know, but
possibly.
it could be.
Yeah.
It feels
It
like
could
a
be.
Yeah.
request. Like, could you please get me these things?
Yeah. So one of
Uh,
the things that we've done, like with my family, is that we've said, okay, rather than a list, give a category.
mm,
So, like, say, I want kitchen things, or I want clothes, or I want jewelry, or perfume, or something like that. That's the only thing that I really am okay with, because you're basically saying, I really like this category, whatever. But then the gift giver can do the selection, and because I agree, it's gifting should be, I'm giving you something that I want you to have, and you're making that decision on what you know about the person, and
yeah.
and all of that. So yeah, it's a tough one, but it seems like it seems like everybody does the list.
I've gotten a couple PowerPoints. That's always fun.
Yeah.
When you get and the last couple have come with hyperlinks, so you can just go right there and buy them.
Yes, Madison did a whole thing a couple years ago. Yep, and it had pictures in the link.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's funny. Buying for 3 girls, I have discovered just a few things that I can always count on giving them. And it started when they were probably maybe their last year of high school. So it probably was Madeline and George were probably in college and Ava was in high school. But I started buying them, Santa started buying for them nice makeup, a really nice makeup palette, and some nicer body wash and some nicer, maybe a little perfume thing. And Santa has stuck with that because that was something that their mom, didn't think they should be spending their own money on. When you're calling and asking me for food, you should not be going to the makeup store and spending $45 on eyeshadow. So Santa helped us out with that. Now purses have been another nice thing. And I remember Madeline opening up one, and it was a Kate Spade, and it was a little handle one, and it was silver and glittery, and a fancy purse. And she looks at it and she goes, "This is so pretty. I don't have any idea where I would ever take this." And she was in college, and she's like, "We could return it." And I'm like, no, we're not going to return it. Well, you just keep it here then. So she graduates from college. She's moving, and I give her the box. It's got the purse in it. And sure enough, she's taken that to holiday functions. She's taken it to a wedding. She's, those are the things that you don't have to use it every day. It's a special thing that now you have when the time comes.
Right.
You've got it, that you don't have to go out and whatever. So, so I mentioned Santa. Where do you all come down on Santa?
As far as
does Santa still show up?
At our house, at our house, Santa still brings a stocking for Bo.
Yep,
it's a stocking.
Yeah, my 2 older kids got the advantage of having Santa gifts under the tree for a long time because they're so much older than Madison. So we had to get her to the age of,
Oh,
you know what I mean? So everybody got Santa gifts for a long time.
Santa still brings gifts. And there was that stretch where the conversation was, is Santa real? And the answer was always, well, I don't know that I'd want to say Santa wasn't real. Because if Santa's not real, he's probably not bringing any gifts. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm going with Santa's real. Because then I think I'm going to get some gifts. And it's still the conversation. And I love that. I love that those are silly little things. And, over the years, their younger cousins have tried to say Santa's not real or something like that. And they're like, well, I'm not saying that. Santa brings me a gift every year. I'm not saying he's not real, and they're stocking things, little things. Santa does not give the big gift.
Yeah.
Why should Santa get credit?
Exactly. Yeah, I know. We changed that around early on. It was a realization.
And I'm so
Santa brings,
we missed Elf on the Shelf.
Santa brings pajamas and, things like that. Christmas pajamas and a small toy.
Stacey, you don't have a sister. But Kitty, you did. Did you have to wear matching dresses with your sister when you were little? Christmas dresses to church?
No. I don't ever remember us matching. I remember, I can picture photos of us where we had similar dresses on, but we were never matching.
Oh, Anne and I always matched.
How did you like that?
A lot. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I can see that.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah. So I did the 3 of the same outfits in different colors for my girls.
Yeah.
Madeline was blue, Georgia was green or purple, and Ava was pink. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a memory of Christmas when you were small, of something that has stuck with you all the years, that you tell the story all the time?
I remember vividly one gift that I got. I
Ooh,
don't
what
know.
was that?
I don't know how old I was. I'm gonna guess I was maybe 9. And it was this little piggy bank. It was probably about this tall, and it was a bunny rabbit. And it was fuzzy. So it was hard, like it was a
Yep.
piggy bank. It was hard, but it just had this little peach fuzz that was the hair. And I vividly remember that. And I think about it often. That will pop into my head. I remember seeing it under the tree because we'd open all of our gifts and then we'd set all of our gifts back under the tree unwrapped. I can still see it sitting there under the tree.
Nice.
I wish I still had it.
I know. Think about all the stuff we have that we got rid of.
I know.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is
I probably still have it in my basement. I keep everything.
Stacey does have a bit of a storage facility in her
Right,
lower
and
level.
that's the problem. I have so much storage. It's easy to, easy to keep
you have
stuff
so much
and fill
space.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. The one gift, so this would have been 1983. I got, this was back when we were still having Christmas with my mom's family, so my aunts, uncles, and cousins, right? I got the same monogram sweater from both of my aunts. They were different colors, but they both had my initials. You remember those? It was like,
Oh, yeah.
plain colored sweater, but it had the white initials, in the front. Yeah. So I got 2 of those that year, which I thought was great. I didn't care. So
Awesome. I remember two different scenarios. The first was I was in kindergarten. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if I was in kindergarten. So maybe 4, 4 or 5, maybe. And my parents gave me, or I woke up on Christmas Day and there was the most enormous box. It was taller than me. It was probably 4 foot tall. It was probably like a washing machine box. And it was wrapped. And it was gorgeous. It was Christmas Eve because on Christmas Eve, we could always open up one present. We opened up all the rest of our presents Christmas Day. So, of course, I'm going for the big one. And I had to, get in there and I'm pulling and I'm pulling and I'm pulling and I'm pulling. And there's just more stuff and more stuff. At the bottom of that stinking box was like a box of 16 crayons. My dad, in particular, wanted me to learn a lesson that it's not the big gifts that are the most important. And I think I remember crying. And my mother was like, I told you, Fred. I told you she was not going to think that was funny. But it has held true. I have always remembered that it is not the big gift.
Yeah.
But what a cruel thing to do to your little kid.
That's nasty.
That seems like more like a 10-year-old lesson, not a 5-year-old lesson. And then the other thing that always happened was my birthday is January 4th. So right after Christmas, I inevitably got an aunt who would send me 2 packages. And I knew when I opened up the first one, it was the top. And I knew for my birthday, I was going to open up and it was going to be the bottoms, or it would be a coordinating gift like that. So that was always kind of funny that I could open up and go, oh, I wonder what that box is. So, but yeah.
Oh gosh.
The funny little things.
Good memories.
What are you guys looking forward to most in this coming holiday?
We're having an odd Christmas because my kids are going with their dad to Florida. So the rest of us are going to Colorado for Christmas.
Oh, you gonna go
So
ski?
I'm looking forward to that. I hope I'm still able to ski. We'll see. Yeah, I plan to ski.
You probably will bring
I'm
some
just not
knitting
very good
along
at
in
it.
case you have to sit in the chalet.
Yeah, right. Oh, I can find things to do. Yes. So no, I'll be skiing, just not very well. Not very fast, I should
That's
say.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about you, Kit?
I think just some time to decompress. My company usually has extended time off between Christmas and New Year's, which is very much appreciated. It's a wonderful gift to give to your employees.
Yes.
So I want to just take time to decompress and get things organized here that haven't been. And I know that doesn't sound relaxing, but there are things around here that I've been itching to do. So I just want to spend time with Bill and Bo and enjoy some snow. That's it. I know.
I know. Well, yeah. It can snow on Christmas and then leave.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Yes.
And eat good food, because I really do like to cook during that time.
Yes.
So what about you?
This will be really an interesting year that I won't have holiday kind of so I don't know exactly how it's I'm think I'll probably have to force myself to get out and go do something because I could foresee this getting a little weepy, getting a little little melancholy about being kind of by myself on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
see.
you've got us.
I know I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Stace,
Well,
you're skiing. Kitty's relaxing.
Yep.
I might quilt. That would be good.
There you go. I know.
Quilt, read, knit.
Yes.
Yeah. Do all those things. Yeah. I bet everybody doesn't realize that we all quilt and knit.
We haven't jumped into those hobbies yet.
No.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a whole show about that, maybe.
Kitty, I've been looking at paint by numbers.
Oh my God, I love paint by numbers.
I think that I want to do a paint by number.
Yes. Yeah. And there are some really cool ones that you can order. I was so disappointed when I went to Michael's looking for one. The ones that they have at Michael's are crap.
Yeah, they're not good. I started looking online now. Every third ad on my Instagram is some paint by number company. So
yeah, I did one during COVID and I have it hanging in our bedroom. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. I can't wait to see what you do.
It'll probably be flowers. Everything in my house is flowers. I love flowers.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, we should wrap this up. We hope that we're going to drop another podcast actually before the actual holiday. So we will talk. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about holidays.
Maybe we can give you all a progress report.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Reporting back
how well we did.
Yeah.
Maybe our attitudes will have completely changed in 1 week's time.
Right.
Yeah. We shall see. You're going to have to tune in to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
But we hope that everybody is able to enjoy the holidays, enjoy these days leading up to the holiday, and hopefully it's not too stressful. Please share 3 Cocktails In with your friends and family. This would be wonderful listening when you're gathered with your families. And we will see you again in another week. We will be back with addicting conversations. Until then, ladies.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
All right. Look, I got I go, coming. I can't ever stop, I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top, I don't need an invitation. I'm about to start a celebration, let me in. Brought a good time plus some friends. Turn it up loud past 10. Turning up the crowd when I hit 'em.